Hi everyone, time for a flip through of my January art journal challenge. This year, I challenged myself from using all of my paper scraps, a big old bag. I don't know if I even dented it, but this is wonderful. And I had a lot of you comment that you also have tons and tons of these paper scraps that you need to get rid of, but you just don't want to throw away. So, this book is dedicated to all these beautiful paper scraps that would have been put in the recycle, but ends up being in my beautiful journal, being made into beautiful artwork. Now, the other little challenge I gave myself, I had this beautiful black journal and I decided, why not? What am I keeping it for? So I decided to do my days, like each day, in this black journal. And many of you went along and got black journals or painted paper or used albums with the black paper in it. And that made me so happy. So we were doing every day for the month of January, we were doing a art journal page using collage alone, just from our scraps, not our fancy papers that we put in color code and we use in our artwork, but the scraps that may just go into the bin. So this challenge was really about sparking a good winning habit for the beginning of the year. I try to do this every year. I started in 2021 and I just thought it was a wonderful thing. Sometimes during the year, I need a little kickstart with my creativity. You know, it's waning or I'm spending too much on the business side of things in my art world. And so it helps me to do that. But the beginning of a year is an excellent way of doing this. And, you know, what I want to tell you is that there are going to be pages that you don't like or that you just kind of rush through or just don't feel like it's, and I want you to get, this is an example of one. I didn't know what to do that day, but I ended up using the negative space from the punch holes, the holes that I punched in paper. And what I want you to know is that you have to make bad art. You hear people talk about this all the time. And they talked about this, my professors talked about this at school and art school. That's why they always wanted us to do a ton. You gave me 3 drawings, can't go back and do another 10. Go and do 100. Like constantly make work, because out of bad art, you then grow and you get better art. And out of 20 pieces, you might get 1. Out of 100, you might get 1 that you really love. But it's a process and you're going through piece by piece. And also remember, it is not about perfection. It's about progress and process, learning around the way. And also just doing something every day. It feels really good just being creative. And it could be for 5 minutes. It could be for 2 hours. Some days, you may do more. Like I did more on certain days. I'm on fire and I do 3-4 pages. There might be days that you're way too busy to even do it, but then you can make it up. So don't, be too hard on yourself if you hadn't finished. Finish it up now. So I would love to see some of these pages. Many of you are in my group on Facebook. If you're not, please come and join us. It's called Allison Wells. Oh, sorry about that. It's actually called Gratitude Art Journals with Allison Wells. So where we post our work, we comment on each other's, and this month we were fired up. People drop some amazing images and revelations about their bits and pieces of scraps, their black paper, and all of that. And it was really wonderful to see. So always remember, try to move on forward with this winning habit and just keep going and have fun. Again, I cannot say this enough. The art journal is a judge-free zone. And I have to remember that too, because as a teacher and I'm filming for you, I want my pages to look beautiful. But then sometimes they don't. But I still want to show you that yes, we all make ugly art. But it's a process. And I absolutely love it. And there you have it. This is my art journal challenge for the month of January.